right, and welcome to another episode of Eat, Smoke, Drink. Today I am reviewing something a little bit different and interesting. The Signatory Vintage Mosstowie 1979. So 1979 is an era, the 70s is an era where the whiskies are just different. They were made different, okay? It's almost like before the second industrial revolution of whiskey. This is a closed distillery. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is the second Mosstowie I have ever had. I have not had a Mosstowie much. They're just not easy to find, right? This is a 32-year-old, matured in a bourbon barrel, 45.6% Mosstowie 1979. I have not had a huge amount of experience with Mosstowie because, like I said, they're not easy to find. We got this via an auction. And so I don't really have, certainly I've never seen one that's a distillery bottling. They're probably more blended back in the day. So I don't really have a huge amount of comparison for you, okay? I'm just going to go through this because I found this to be a very interesting and compelling whiskey. So anyway, Mosstowie, like I said, it's a closed distillery. You can Google all about it. I don't need to tell you about it. I'm just going to tell you what it tastes like and smells like. That's what I do, okay? I've got ADHD and I don't have time for that shit. All right, so let's get nose in. I've got the butt plug glass. Straight from the get-go, you get that 70s nose. Soot, candle smoke, hot glass. This hasn't been in the bottle all that long. It was bottled in 2011. Oh, okay, all right, 14 years. So not that long. I've had bottles where the whiskey's been in the bottle for 20, 30 years. So that's not that long, right? So what I'm smelling is an old bottle effect. What I'm smelling is the style of the distillation and the kiln. Coal smoke, asparagus, like I've eaten a bundle of asparagus and took a piss. Pine resin, green apple, menthol. When I say menthol, I'm not talking about mint leaves. I'm talking about menthol cigarettes, right? Like you open a menthol pack of cigarettes and you've got that smell. I can't escape the smoke and the sootiness of that. Carbon, smoke, like, when you've got a gas burner, but the air-fuel mixture is not quite right. And so the flame is yellow and you've got that soot coming off it. That's what I'm smelling. Jasmine flowers, watered down honey, white pepper, ginger, a little bacony, but not a heavily smoked, pancetta, unripe apricot, melted butter, a creaminess that I can't put my finger on. The nose is fantastic. The nose is actually very good. Let's sip. Wow. Sweet on the palate, with a herbal note following through. Herbal bouquet, I'm getting rosemary, I'm getting tarragon, licorice, there's some spice in there, white pepper. There is a strange funkiness to this whiskey, like really funky. In fact, I will take you through it. So my wife is South African, in Afrikaans, they have a saying called vrotlappie. Okay, a vrotlappie. Is that how you say it? Ja. So there's a vrotlappie where you've got a wet cloth that hasn't been dried properly and it's all a little funky. It's got that funk in there. But it is a funk in the best way possible. Wet wood, slightly rotty wood, wet dirt, wet cardboard boxes, musty, dusty, like when you've got clothes that hasn't been dried properly, and you put it in your closet and then you take it out and you're like, oh, that shit could have dried for another day. That kind of musty. That is a bizarre whiskey. Bizarre but delicious. You know, you first drink it and you're like, do I like that? You're not sure. And then you go, yeah. I'd imagine for some people it's like being pegged. You're not sure. And then you go, do I like that? But then you ask your missus to do it again and you're like, yeah. Not talking from experience. I'm just saying, some of you out there, I'm sure that happens. You know. That is a bizarre whiskey. It's so mellow. It's so calm. 45.6%. There is no burn on that at all. Just perfection in terms of mouthfeel. It's oily, it's buttery, sooty, smoky, funky, a little bit on the weird side. I mean, that is not a whiskey you'd sit down and scoff a bottle. That is a whiskey you bring out and go, hey, check this out. It's like, this is like the Gimp. You bring this out like the Gimp. It's a spectacle, you know. You don't want the Gimp hanging around you all night. You don't want the Gimp sitting beside you, you know, stinking like sweat and leather while you're enjoying your cheese platter with your mates. No, you bring him out. Everyone has a chuckle and you go, get the fuck down the basement. That's what it is. This is like Fritzl's basement. That's, wow, weird, strange, and funky. Holy moly. I don't even know how to describe that. Yeah, that's all I can describe it as. Have you had Mosstowie before? Has anyone out there had Mosstowie before? I really want to know, because I have not had much Mosstowie at all. And what are people's thoughts out there? Anyway, look, it's delicious. It's fantastic. I wouldn't cigar pair this. I'd have it by itself, standalone, and then move on. I wouldn't have more than one glass at a time. Like I said, it is a spectacle. You don't want it to latch onto you the whole night. You want to have it, demonstrate, and then walk away. Spray and walk away. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah. What a weird whiskey. Until next time, make sure you eat, smoke, drink. And you know, every time you have a closed distillery, it is special because it is time travel. And you're one bottle less in the world of this whiskey. And it's, if you drink it, then it's part of you. You know what I mean? Not trying to be all proverbial and shit or sentimental and shit. But people hoard whiskey. You know, recently I read an article about some Vietnamese dude with like, I don't know how many $1 million of whiskey. It's like, come on, man. Like, you're already a billionaire. And it's like, you're hoarding whiskey for what? For what? You'll never drink all that whiskey in your life. Now, drink it. Drink it. It's an ego stroke. Those people, it's like they take it, they want to flip it or make money off it, or it's just an ego stroke. It's like, drink your whiskey. It's not going to drink itself. At any given time, you can step out in front and a bus could hit you. Okay? Shit. You know? Thanks for listening. I'm here all week. Cheers.